Once again, we are back on Soch ki Tea Talk, Train of Thought, with a series of an episode with an Iron Lady of India, Geeta Poduval. Ma'am, welcome to another episode.
Thank you.
I think it's an interesting childhood story where we have gone through your passion, you're more committed and self-driven to a certain extent, and now you've cracked this examination and you got into a public sector. Many a time it so happened like a women working in a public sector, there are a lot of challenges which are there, and you have been there into public sector right from 1992 to 2014, 22 years in a corporate sector. And many a times people they get into the corporate sector saying that it's the comfort level 9 to 5 job and there is no issue. But in case of Geeta Poduval, can you please share your journey from 1992 to 2014, how it went?
92, I got into Indian Audit and Accounts Department as a clerk. It's called LDC, Lower Division Clerk. I was posted in AG office Ahmedabad, and I still remember I was working in a section called RA2, it is Revenue Audit 2. My mother also was working in the same office, so it was very interesting. It was very funny also. Because she used to be posted in a section a little bit far off from where my section is. So in case I needed to tell her something, I used to call out from my seat, "Mummy," and she used to get so angry that everyone used to say, "Arey, yahan par bhi baal ghar wali feeling aa rahi hai." So my mother said that you should not call me mummy and ma and all those things in office. I said okay. So then next time when I wanted to talk to her, I called her Mrs. Poduval. She got angry. She said that why are you calling me Mrs. Poduval? You should not call. I said, what should I call you? I mean, like, I can call you mother, I can call you Mrs. Poduval. So that was a very funny thing that used to happen because mom and daughter are both in the same office. Now in my office, I told you, whatever I do, I'll do 100%. So even the typing work that I used to do, I was extremely proficient in typing. It was very fast. All my superiors were very happy with me. 93 I got married and I was transferred to Mumbai. My husband was posted in was in Mumbai, so I was transferred to Mumbai, and here I was a part of Principal Director of Audit Scientific Departments. Now that is also under CAG of India, C&AG of India, Indian Audit and Accounts Department. Now here scientific departments audits scientific departments and basically every scientific department in the country, and also a lot of autonomous bodies as well. I was posted in Department of Atomic Energy Resident Audit Party, and everyone thinks that once you get into government job, it's 9 to 9:30 ka office hai, you can easily go by 10:30, 11 o'clock, and evening you get off early or ghar aaram se ja sakte hain. It was never the case in my case. So I stayed in Virar, very far off from my office, which was in VT. Now I used to start from my house in the morning at 7:30 to reach office at 9:30. I used to be the first among the people who used to come to office. It was a rule by me that you should reach at least 10 minutes before the time, wherever it is. So I used to come early. I was a very, very, very efficient clerk. Now everyone thinks it's a very comfortable journey of being in the government sector, but it was not the case with me, because I was very efficient, and it's also a mistake to be a good looking female. I was reasonably okay, and my superiors used to I remember this incident. I don't want to name the person. I used to have this person who used to ask me to come to office on Saturdays. Now because I was extremely frail and I was very thin, I had a lot of medical issues also. I used to tell him whatever work is there, I'll finish from Monday to Friday. I need Saturdays and Sundays off, and it's not a rule that you have to come on Saturday. I told him whatever work is there, I'll finish on Saturday, but he used to not listen. He said, no, I'm your boss, you have to come on Saturdays. it started getting more and more problematic, and I did not have that kind of a support that whom should I tell about this. I faced a lot of mental trauma. It affected my health, and I knew that this job is very important for me because my marital life also was lot of problems, lot of financial challenges. My husband was in debt. There was a lot of issues. So I couldn't afford to leave the job. But I couldn't stand this person also. It was a traumatic experience for me. I did not know what to do. On one side is my dedication, my commitment, and my self-dignity that I would not allow any mess happening with me. And on the other side is this person who is pressurizing me. One day, out of frustration, I wrote my resignation letter and told him that, sir, I do not want to continue in this office anymore, even if it is a government office, because I've had enough. He got scared. That one bold action, I did not have support from anyone in the office. I had to fight my own battles. So he got scared when he got the resignation. He tore it and threw it, and from that day onwards he laid off. He stayed away, and I was transferred to another section. I was safe, sound. I became an officer. After I became an officer, I passed all my exams in time. I was the youngest section officer in the country at that time, and that was 1996. This is in 96. Yes, 96 I cleared my section officer's exam. 99 I cleared my assistant audit officer exam and an audit officer exam. Now after I became an audit officer, people tend to think that an officer ban gayi hai, say she is having a gala time, no problems at all. Once again, I faced a lot of mental trauma from again my male boss. I had a very tough. The person was absolutely non-working person, and put a lot of sexually colored remarks and lot of comments. It reached a point where I was scared to even go into his cabin, though it was mandatory for me to take the files to him and all. In one of the audit places where I was heading the audit party and I went there, this person was supposed to attend the exit conference of that particular audit party. There he even made advances, and I got very high temperature on that day because that was something which was an unexpected experience. I fought for it. I wrote letter to my heads in New Delhi and all. But unfortunate thing is that it is the woman who has to prove that she is right when you are not in that. When you're talking about people not in power, you are the one who has to prove it. No matter how much you call about women equality and there is a lot of support, there are so many women out there who face this kind of trauma every day, sir. I get calls from people saying that we also face, ma'am, how did you face it? This is a trauma that's still going on in the country. A lot of women go through it. But the point is that you are forced to fight your own battles, and that is what I had to fight. So it was not an easy thing. I would like to add one more thing here. Now this is within the department. Now as a woman officer, when you go for audit, I have traveled all over India for audit. When you go for audit, the auditees, the organizations, the companies, they tend to take you lightly, saying, "Arey, woman officer hai, aayegi thoda, she'll just do something and then she'll push off."
Correct.
But the moment you start asking questions, and the moment you, these same people will tell, she's so arrogant, and she's so impolite, and she's so rude. Arey, isko to hum dekh lenge. I have faced threats in my life. I was transferred to Kolkata when I was promoted as an audit officer. I have faced threats on my life. I have faced so many unpleasant situations even when I was in Kolkata. It was never a cakewalk. I have had to fight for my place all throughout my government service.
In fact, that's the reason when we started episode, we have said there is a women working in the corporate is a challenge, and there is a sexual harassment in the workplace which is there. Now listening to Geeta Poduval on this TikTok, Ek Boond Soch, exclusive story of an Geeta Poduval on this. That's the reason we are saying an Iron Lady of an India. She fought her own battle in 1992 when she faced this kind of an problem while working in an organization, and also in 1999 and 2004 as an auditor, the problem what she had faced about sexual harassment. But I think the insights, the confidence to what all the TikTok audience they get over there by looking in terms of her boldness, confidence in her, and if never let that injustice happen. Like, she's so bold and she fought her own battle, and she has been doing till date. And I'm sure like that's what ttalk channel is all about, carrying a story of prominent personalities like Geeta Poduval, an Iron Lady of India, and it's a real great insights and the inspirations for our ttalk audience. And I'm sure just switch on to www.ttalk.net, subscribe and like the channel as much as you can, and also watch out for Geeta Poduval on our next episode on ttalk. Till then, thank you very much. Thanks, ma'am, for being part of this channel.